Happy Friday, everybody. It's Chamber Check-in time. And today I get to share Chelsea Story's real estate business with everybody. Hi, Chelsea.
Hi, how are you?
I'm awesome.
I'm
I
so
want,
excited to be here with you.
me too, me too. I'm so glad that you're able to carve out some time. I know the business is crazy right now and has been, and it just continues to turn. So, with these check-ins, I get to thank our series sponsor, and it's Delta Dental of Idaho. And Chelsea, you know Delta Dental, they've been providing best-in-class, high-quality dental benefits to Idahoans that are backed and designed by the largest network of dentists in the country. So with that, I get to share a fun factoid from their Tooth Truth series.
Oh,
You
I'm
ready
excited
for
to hear this.
this? Here we go.
Did you know that kids laugh around 400 times a day and adults just 15 times a day? Lighten up, adults.
Right?
That is too funny. I feel like I laugh way more. I'm probably on par with the kids.
I love those little lighthearted suggestions. Anyway,
You can
so
never laugh.
Chelsea, you recently joined the chamber on your own,
I
not through
did,
a
yes,
brokerage. You joined it, and
independently.
that doesn't happen very often.
I saw the benefits that the chamber brings to the community and the opportunity to connect with other businesses, and I just saw it as a really good opportunity. So I'm like, let's do this.
Awesome. Well, it is this platform is a great way to share our member stories and share the people that are involved with their businesses. So why don't we just start it off with that?
Yeah.
How did you get started, and what led you to the real estate industry, Chelsea?
Well, it's kind of a lifelong journey. So I don't know how far back we want to go, but I have always sort of been involved in real estate in one way or another, really, since I was little. My dad is a developer and builder, and so I grew up with that background. And as a teenager, I cleaned up job sites and really got hands on. And through college, I worked for a real estate attorney. So I got to see a little bit more of the legal side of things, doing their admin and, disputes that arose. And it was very informative. It was a good experience. I moved to Idaho about 8 years ago. And once I moved here, I started working for one of the largest drafting and design companies in the state. And so it was just amazing getting the opportunity to work for them and see how the floor plans are actually created and drawn up, and watching their designs go from dirt to these amazingly beautiful homes and communities. So I've always sort of had my hand in one way or another in the real estate industry. And then I have family members who are agents as well. So I got to see what they were doing, and learn from all of these different avenues that are connected to the industry. And I was put in a really difficult position, a life position. I went through a divorce. I had nothing. I was completely broke and had 3 kids to support. So it was really like, okay, what can I do to support my family? And I've got all of these great skills. I love marketing. I love people. I love helping people. And I've got this creative bone in me. So what can I do? So believe it or not, I actually paid for real estate school on a credit card. That was my very meager beginning. And anyone in the industry knows it typically takes a couple years before you start to see steady business come in, and it's highly advised that you have a backup method of supporting yourself, and I didn't. So for me, it was like, this is do or die. Failure's not an option. I am diving head first, and I'm going to be successful. And I'm pretty proud of what I've been able to accomplish thus far. I just hit my 2-year mark in the industry, and it's been good to me. It has not came easy, don't get me wrong. It's a lot of work. It's been a lot of really late nights and early mornings, but it's been fruitful. It's been worth it. I've gotten to help some really amazing people, and some of these people I know are going to be lifelong friends. So it's been wonderful.
I love hearing your tenacious path about real estate, and I'm sure when pass that test, you were probably
Hmm.
so excited.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Yep.
and
And then it's like, what do I do?
right,
Nobody teaches you how to do real estate, and so I took as many classes as I could. I connected with other agents. I was mentored by colleagues, and my broker has just been amazingly supportive and helpful. And there's unending opportunities for education in this industry, and I have really capitalized on those.
awesome. Well, I was looking at your website, and
Mhm.
and when you Google Chelsea or Story Real Estate
Mhm.
Advisors, it comes up with this platform. It's called HomeSnap.
Yeah, yep. HomeStep is a great tool that a lot of agents utilize. It's a platform that you can give to your clients to look at property that's more reliable and more accurate than, say, Zillow or Trulia. It's directly tied to the multiple listing service, and people can use that search for property. They can also leave reviews for you, um, and you can see what other agents are doing. So if somebody has a new property come on, it's just a useful tool.
Well, what I saw that was really interesting to me was your kind of recent sold portfolio had the
Mhm.
entire gamut of homes over a million and homes less than 200,000.
Yeah,
Is that kind of what the market's doing right now? Everything's available, and tell
it's
me.
been a wild year. It really has. I mean, we've seen things go from, I think in June, average days on market was like 10 days. And if you were looking under 400,000, it was 2 days, which is
Wow.
just wild. Right now, I think the average days on market is about 25. So we have seen it tick up a bit. It's a seasonal thing that happens most years around this time of year. We see things slow down a bit. We've had more inventory come on. So it's been great for buyers. We are still in a seller's market though. When you look at the number of homes that are available for sale and the number of homes that have sold in the last 30 days, then um, you start to see an idea of how many months of inventory we have. So right now we're sitting at just a little over a month of inventory, and a balanced market is 6 months of inventory.
Oh,
So we are still considered a seller's market. It is a good time to sell still, even with this slowdown.
and going back to that home snap and some of those houses that you sold. So if somebody were looking to work with you, Chelsea, on selling or buying a home, what
Mhm.
is your territory? Is it anywhere?
No, I don't go more than about an hour from the Boise Meridian area. This is where I feel most comfortable. This is the area that I'm most familiar with. And so I don't want to try to sell property in an area that I don't know really well. So the Treasure Valley, Meridian, Boise, Kuna, Eagle, um, Emmett, Middleton, Nampa, just in this Treasure Valley area is where I stick to. That's where I specialize in.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, also, I really want to share another thing that's really cool that you take your time to do, and that's invest in some nonprofits.
Mhm.
And so, can you share a little bit more with me and
Yeah.
and the audience about where your passion lies and how you help the overall broader community?
Yeah, well, I think as I mentioned, I came from pretty meager beginnings, and so I'm really passionate about helping underprivileged children specifically and victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. And so, two organizations that I've been privileged and honored to play a role in is the Jessie Tree Foundation and the Women's and Children's Alliance. So the Jessie Tree Foundation is a local organization that helps prevent homelessness. So they help with rental assistance, with deposits, with helping mediate between landlords and tenants who are maybe having a dispute, helping them come to a resolution, and really just helping prevent homelessness in our community in the Treasure Valley specifically. So with how wild our market has been, they've been an invaluable resource to a lot of people in our community. The Women's and Children's Alliance, who I'm an ambassador for, my mission is basically just to help spread the word and visibility of the organization and what their mission is. And they help specifically victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. And that is everything from emergency shelter to food and hygiene needs to financial counseling services. Pretty much anything you could think of. They have this really cool boutique downtown, and you can make donations to them, and they don't charge people to go and shop in their boutique. And so that's where I like to donate personally. I would encourage anyone who's going through their stuff this holiday season and trying to figure out what to get rid of to make room for new holiday gifts, to donate to the Women's and Children's Alliance, because people who are in really compromising positions have the ability to go in there and pick out whatever it is that they need or want. So it's just an amazing organization to be a part of.
I love it, because the more that we can educate people on those types of causes that do good, so it is always a positive thing. So thanks, Chelsea, for, you've got 3 kids, and you're a professional, and you're working probably 60 hours a week. And then you find time to give. And so
well, speaking of giving, I would love to share something that we're doing, if it's okay. We're collecting donations for Endeavor Elementary School for the holiday season. Our goal is to reach $10,000. Right now we're at about 6,000. So we are hoping to get $4,000 more in donations to help the underprivileged children of that school get the things that they need. Many of the things on their wish list is coats, shoes, gloves, hygiene items, socks, things like that. So we want to be able to help them out. And then also, just in the spirit of the season, we want to be able to help give those students a holiday celebration as well. So in addition to donations, we're also looking for volunteers who might be able to help with setting up and tearing down, and just providing their time to help out with that holiday celebration we're hoping to give them.
Wow, that's cool. What I've got scrolling on the bottom of the screen, if you didn't hear, is the name of the elementary school that Chelsea's helping to have a great Christmas and get them some things that otherwise they wouldn't be able to get on their own. So we've got Endeavor Elementary here.
Yep, and you can drop donations off at our office. We're located in the Village at Meridian on the 2nd floor in front of the big fountain, and you can give me a call if you need directions.
I'm also going to put your phone number here, scrolling on the bottom of the screen, Chelsea. Hey, I also wanted to, before we go, I want to let people know how to connect with you and get your weekly updates. So tell us about your newsletter.
Yeah, so I have a few different ways that I like to stay connected with people. I'm always available by phone to call and text. You can also reach me via email, chelsea@storyrealestateadvisors.com. I am huge on social media, so you can find me on Instagram. My handle is at story.idahorealestate. You can also find me on Facebook just by looking up Chelsea Story. And then via email, you can sign up for my newsletter, and I send out a monthly newsletter. And I just basically set you up. If you let me know, hey, I want to stay in the loop on the market and what's happening, then I can send you that monthly report. That way you can stay on top of the market, what's happening. And I also like to include a little bit of fun things in there too, like tips for decorating for the holidays, or maybe some fix-it tips for your home and things like that.
Okay, that's incredible. It takes a lot of marketing nowadays to educate and make your business top of the inbox, right?
It does. And I really, I mean, as much as the time and effort that I put into those newsletters, my favorite thing is connecting with people in person. So I'm always up for grabbing lunch or just having a chat in the office and getting to know people better.
You know what's really cool about our conversation today? This was all about you, but you turned it around to talk about others. So
anything I could do to help.
That's awesome. Hey, have a great Christmas season, Chelsea.
Thank you.
Thank you for your membership with the chamber. It means a lot. I wish you and your family the best.
Thank you, Paula, and you as well.
All right. All right. Bye.
Bye.